So, what really forges a strategic leader? Someone who can navigate these massive global supply chains, steer huge projects, and still somehow prioritize making a real impact in their community. Today, we're going to dig into the career and philosophy of Gerald Jeffs to see if we can find the blueprint. We'll break down who he is, how he thinks, and more importantly, how he's actually translated that thinking into decades of real, tangible results.
To really understand his method, you have to start with his motive. And this sentence right here, it's not just a nice sentiment, It's his core operating system. It's the why that drives his entire professional journey. It's this mission of continuous improvement and leaving a positive impact. And that's a theme we're going to see play out again and again. So how do you even build a career like that? Well, it all starts with experience. And we're not talking about just a few years in one industry. We are looking at a 4-decade journey that literally forged his strategic mindset from the ground up, piece by piece. This timeline tells such a fascinating story of progression. It kicks off with the discipline and structure of the U.S. Army, which then gets applied to hands-on operations right there on the distribution center floor. From that point on, the climb is just so methodical. You can see the pattern, right? From supervising a team, to managing a project, to directing a whole global portfolio of projects. Each step is this logical expansion of responsibility, and it all culminates in him founding his own firm. And listen, this journey wasn't just about getting new titles, it was about impact. Over his career, the projects he directed generated a staggering $400 million in revenue. A number like that, that's not just a metric on a page. It's a testament to the power of effective strategy and execution on a massive, massive scale. All of that practical, on-the-ground experience is backed by a seriously powerful academic and professional foundation. He's got an executive MBA and advanced certificates from places like Stanford. But then look at the professional credentials. He's a project management professional, the PMP, which is basically the gold standard for managing big projects. And he's also a disciplined Agile Scrum Master, which is all about keeping teams nimble and adaptive. It's this blend of structured theory and real-world practice that is just so key to his approach. Okay, so we've seen the journey and the credentials, but how does he actually work? Let's break down his professional profile into 3 key roles that really define his leadership style, his strategist's toolkit, if you will.
First up, he's a transformational leader. And this isn't just about managing a to-do list. No, it's about fundamentally developing global teams, growing their skills, and creating an environment where excellence is just the norm. The big lesson here is that a great leader doesn't just direct the plan. They build a team that can actually go out and execute it.
Second, he operates as an analytical executive. This is where that sharp business acumen really comes into play. It's the ability to kind of step back, diagnose an organization's strengths and weaknesses, and then develop these precise, data-driven actions to hit their goals. A huge part of this is building the governance, the rules of the road, that keeps all those complex programs on track.
And third, he functions as a trusted advisor. After decades in the trenches, you become the person that leaders bring in for the really high-stakes challenges, crafting a whole new strategy, managing a portfolio of critical projects, or navigating those tricky stakeholder relationships. This role is built on a foundation of deep expertise and a track record of proven results.
And this leadership isn't just theoretical. It operates at a massive scale. Just look at these numbers. He's managed a portfolio of over 200 programs. He established a team that generated $30 million in new revenue every year. And just through process improvements alone, he cut costs by over $2.6 million annually. The scope here is just immense.
So that brings us to today and his latest venture, Clarity Execution. After this incredible corporate career, this is the chapter where he's basically distilling all of that experience into a new, really focused mission. It's the what that logically follows the why and the how we've been talking about.
The mission for Clarity Execution is really threefold. 1, sharing his hard-won knowledge through professional education. 2, giving back by helping nonprofits with their strategy. And 3, continuing to apply his skills in strategic project management. It's a perfect synthesis of all his past experience and his focus on future impact.
And you can see this dual focus so clearly in his work. On one side, he's offering these high-level strategic services to businesses. And on the other, he's actively involved in his community as a board member, supporting local organizations. He's applying the exact same elite skill set to benefit both the corporate world and the nonprofit sector.
So what's the big picture here? What's the takeaway? Well, when you connect all the dots of Gerald Jeffs' career, a really clear theme emerges. It's all about strategically leveraging your expertise to build things that last and to leave a positive, measurable impact.
His career is really a single coherent story. It's a journey that starts with the structure of military service. It evolves into mastering complex corporate strategy on a global scale, and now it culminates in a mission to share all that knowledge through mentorship and community service.
And that brings us right back to where we started, his personal mission statement. But now it's not just a quote, is it? We've seen the 4-decade blueprint for how he's actually put it into practice. And it leaves us with a really powerful question to reflect on for ourselves. How do you use your own journey, your own expertise, to leave people and places better?